Hey guys. So, I randomly got the house to myself. Didn't really expect it, but I figured no time like the present to shoot a video. I'm once again, my 80-ish year old grandmother has more of a life than I do. It is what it is. Now, seeing that I have the house to myself, I could, try to invite a female companion over, or maybe have a party, but I have no friends, so I'm gonna cook. um, I got a request to clean the restroom. Now, I have a problem with this. Not so much the cleaning the restroom, I mean, it's kind of gross, it's whatever, but I mean, I worked at gas station, so, I've done it all. The problem I have with it is that, in general, public restrooms, private restrooms, is that if the individual or individuals that use the restroom clean their private mess between, uses, the restroom would rarely need cleaned. But people are disgusting, as I emphasize upon in many of my videos. The human race, disgusts me in many ways. But, I mean, you clean the restroom, any mishaps or any kind of grime after you use it, aside from normal wear and tear or dust collection, that just happens everywhere, the restroom really wouldn't need cleaned. I'm probably going to end up doing it because, well, my 80-year-old party grandmother that seems to do more fun things than I do. Well, I really wouldn't call it fun, but does more than I do socially, is old. So maybe I'll do it. I mean, I do a lot, but it's mostly like the heavy lifting and stuff. I usually leave her to the more mundane things to keep her moving. Because one thing anyone should know, once you get older, the more you slow down, it's like a snowball effect. So people think I'm a jerk, but her getting up and doing the dishes once or twice a day is better than sitting in a chair for, 8 hours. But that's just my opinion, and this is a long intro. So, let me get set up, and this cooking video's another pretty simplistic one, but it should be fun. So, let me get set up and we'll get to it. Okay, so I opted to use the largest container I could find to minimize on dishes. It's a man tactic, I think. Just because you have a million tools to do different jobs doesn't mean you can't do all the jobs with one tool. So, you ever go to the deli and see that fluff stuff that they sell for like $3.99 a pound, or like the more special stuff they sell for like $5.99 a pound? Well, it's relatively cheap and easy to make. A lot of places do it with fruit cocktail, but I don't like fruit cocktail. A lot of it's hard. Hang on. Sorry about that. Thought my grandmother left her cell phone, but apparently she's getting a call from a gentleman on Facebook. See? more social than me. Man, that's sad. But anyway, I don't like fruit cocktail because some of it's hard. I don't really like the grapes in it because they're like squishy. There's a lot of downsides to fruit cocktail, but the main components typically are like a gelatin or a pudding to give it color and flavor, marshmallows, fruit cocktail, Cool Whip, and I think that's basically it. So, my father actually made this when he was alive a long time ago. He used fruit cocktail. It's cheap, it's effective, but we're going for something a little bit better. Now, I personally would prefer fresh strawberries, but I got this pie filling instead. For one, I hope it looks like it does on the can, because that would be a lot better than what I'm imagining it actually looks like. And two, it's going to give it an added sweetness, because overall this is a dessert. So, and I have a secret ingredient as well, but I have it in the freezer because I don't want it to streak it all up. So, let's do this. So, to make this, I got a 10-ounce bag of marshmallows. We're only going to use half of them because I only got one can of the... Well, we'll see how much it fills it up, and we'll go from there. But I'm thinking half of them's probably going to do it. I was going to use a pair of scissors like a nerd. And just rip it open. That's a little over half. My secret ingredient will take up a little bit of space. The strawberries and Cool Whip will take up some space. I hope I don't need another thing of Cool Whip, but we will see as things progress. So yeah, that seems reasonable. So we have some marshmallows left. It's a 10-ounce bag. I'd say I used about 7 ounces if you're gonna write down the recipe. I mean, honestly, this is another recipe like the pickling recipe. You can't really go wrong. As long as you have some common sense, you can't really mess it up. So, you have to have a general basis of taste and the components at the ready. It really... I plan to maybe do more complex cooking videos eventually, but I figured I'd keep it simple until I figure out what the heck's going to happen with my life. I might actually need something to open this thing. Can I do it with a spoon? That I can. See? That might have took an extra second to open with a spoon, but it would have took me about 10 seconds to go get a knife. So ultimately, we did good. Alright, so we're just going to use this entire thing, because this is going to be basically the base. As long as it'll fit. Yeah, we'll clean up the extra later. Alright, let's get that stirred in, and then we'll see if we can fit some more. I don't know if it would have been better to do the Cool Whip first. We're learning together. Yeah, maybe it would have been better to do the Cool Whip first, but it's alright. We'll make it work. One thing about my channel is figuring out what not to do. Probably could have opted for even a bigger container, but it's alright. We're winging it. So, we got most of it incorporated. It needs to pretty much completely coat the marshmallows to make it what it is. But I'm gonna have to stir in a couple more items, so we don't have to overdo it right off the bat. Now I'm saving the secret ingredient to last because I don't want streaks of color in my thing. I want them to stay cold and preserved until last second. I know I'm making this sound more, I don't know, scientific than it needs to be, but I mean, presentation when it comes to food is actually part of the battle. It's less likely you're going to want to eat something if it doesn't look good. I don't always follow that rule, but it's not necessarily a bad rule to follow. And now I kind of feel like I should have got 2 cans of the strawberry stuff, but I think, once again, I think it will all work out. What's not going to work out is the size of this container. I was hoping to add the rest of the Cool Whip, but that might not happen. Okay, the secret ingredient should be pretty chill by now. So we'll mix that in. Give me 1 second to retrieve it. Bam. I wanted to get miniature chocolate chips, but I couldn't find them. So I figured this would be a good option. Can I open this with a spoon? One of my issues is I always keep my nails really short because I don't like to chew them, and it drives me insane having dirt underneath them. I do a lot of outdoor work, so getting dirt underneath my nails can really be common and annoying. So I opt to try to keep my nails short, but then trying to open something can be kind of annoying. I don't typically like to use my teeth due to just having them repaired and a bit of sensitivity. See, they're about the size of mini chocolate chips. So I thought they'd be a good addition to our concoction. I got 2 boxes for this purpose, and I think that's going to be adequate. And we just invented, probably not, probably somebody else did it before, but we technically, in my mind, we just invented chocolate-covered strawberry deli fluff. And we're gonna give it a taste test. And I'm probably gonna try out the pickled stuff. It's been a little over a week, so it's still a little early, but I kind of want to give it a try for the camera. I think that would be interesting. Don't expect one of those over the top reactions like those nerds on YouTube do. I mean, I'm not that. My emotions ain't that forthright, so usually years and years of events taught me to keep a pretty tight lid on my emotions. Usually just cause more pain than helping. But that's another story for another time. Right now, we're making a love dessert. I'm sure this would be fantastic for a date. But I'm a loser, so guess I'll just enjoy it myself. You know what? That's a win-win kind of, you know? I don't have to deal with the drama, and it's more for me. Yeah. So I'm still periodically talking to that chick, right? And like she's got to know what I want. I mean, to a degree. So I'm not sure what game she's playing. It is what it is. I mean, she has a kid to one of my old school friends, so I'm not overly enthused about getting too involved. You know, baby daddy drama in itself kind of sucks. But baby daddy drama when you know the other daddy, that's just, I don't know, that's just asking for more trouble. So, I'm not too heartbroken about it. I am a little curious what her game is, because she certainly acts interested. Alright, here it is. What a mess, right? Now it'll be good. Take a nice little. I'm trying to get some of the chocolate chips in there. Take a little bite, huh? Oh, this is gonna make a mess because I'm using a big spoon. All right, guys, you ready for me to have to pick this out of my beard? All right. All right. If I had to grade it with the deli stuff, I'd say it's on par. I wouldn't really say it's better or worse. It could definitely use another can of strawberries. That's for sure. I don't really think I have one. Oh, I shouldn't have put that back in there after I ate off it. That's weird. Oh well. Oh well. But I'm pretty sure I don't. I have crushed pineapple. How about sweet potatoes? How do you think that would work out? No, I don't think we have another thing of strawberries. So that's unfortunate. But, as is, I am impressed. Now, I could just be patting myself on the back, tooting my own horn, but, you know, for a simplistic recipe, it's not bad. So let's get this put away. Probably have a nice big bowl of it later. And it's probably about 2.5 pounds. Maybe 2.25 if you minus the bowl. So that would roughly cost you about $10. And combined ingredients, $1, $4, I think it was $3, 7, 8, about $9. So, you know, not really sure if it was a win. Unique, homegrown, but not sure if it was a clear-cut win. So, this has been in there for at least 10 days. It's definitely not completely ready. Yep. Jeez. Alright. Now we got a tool for that. The jar leverage-atizer. I don't like this thing. It freaks me out. The heck was that? Oh, peppercorns. Alright. We good. Alright. So, 1 jar of pickled peppers. Just grab one off the top. Mix this with dessert. Fantastic idea. Nothing like vinegar and dairy products. Ready? Alright, yeah. Yeah, I'm down with that. It's, still a little early, and somehow the garlic still is overdoing it. I can taste the garlic pretty strong. But it's pretty much what I thought it would turn out to be. So, yeah, I'm not gonna... The peppers were gonna go bad anyway, so I'm not gonna complain. Alright guys, stop by someday and try it out. You ever find me, there's plenty of food. Alright, later on.